Right, good afternoon YouTube. This is a quick vlog really on the Sena Prism and the Sena S20 that I've been using for vlogging. I'm not going to run through everything that you can do with them and all the rest of it, because plenty of other people will have done that, and I'm certainly not unboxing it and stuff like that. It's really just in terms of what's it like as a practical tool for somebody to use like me. And it's not been bad actually. The camera, like all cameras, will suffer from glare if you point it at the sun. But you know, the old rule is really try and keep the sun over your shoulder, isn't it? And then you don't have to worry too much about exposure. But that's not always practical really when you're doing a vlog. What else? In terms of use, I mean there's lots of things you can do with it, but I downloaded the app because I thought that you could preview the camera with it, and you can't, so that's a bit of a drawback really. And I think you can with the GoPros, but it's like a lot of things, because one of them's doing it nowadays, you expect all of them to be doing it, but that's not always the case. That's not really the main reason I bought the Prism anyway. The main reason I bought it was because it was waterproof. It doesn't have the laser guided thing either that one of the others has. I can't remember the name now off the top of my head for setting it up, but it's not too difficult to set up really. Quite easy to install both the 20s and the Prism camera on your crash helmet. No, it's not your go, mate. So I'm just watching him moving forward. He's got a little dash cam on his car there, so he's probably doing a moto vlog. Everybody's vlogging. Anyway, what else was there? Yeah, there's only 2 buttons on the camera, so you'd think even an idiot like me could use it fairly easily, and you can most of the time, but when you're clearing the disc or something like that and you've got to shuffle through the menus, you've got to press the right buttons, and there is a little tree diagram that they've done for that, which tells you, explains how to do it. And like, there's only 2 buttons, so it's really simple, but until you got used to it a little bit at first, well for me anyway, you keep pressing the wrong button. And if you keep pressing the wrong button, you end up down a few levels in a menu that you don't really want to be in, and you can't sort of get out of them easy. Anyway, I'm not finding that difficult at the moment because I've got more used to it, but that frustrated me a bit at the beginning, but once you get used to it, it's not too bad. So then in terms of a practical tool, what's it been like? Well, it's been pretty good really. I mean, I've only been using them for the last couple of weeks, and I haven't really been out on any real long runs or anything, but they're fairly easy to use. They don't crash. Well, I haven't had any crashing problems. And so as a usable tool that's waterproof in the UK, I think they're quite good really. The Prism hooks up to the Sena 20s via Bluetooth. And so all of that's like wireless, you know. And you can get the radio on the 20s and stuff like that, but I mean, I don't bother with any of that. It's only really, you know, for vlogging really. Chancing my arm a bit here, third in line really. Well, I don't know. So, that's kind of left me out a bit really. Sorry, missus. I'm not sure we're going to beat the Range Rover, really. Certainly not into a turn, anyway. No, I didn't think so. He's on his phone. So that's not a good set of lights, is it really, for turning right out on a bike? But there you go. Get round here quickly. Just watch him here. Right. So, just going to get a memory card, if it's open. Oh, wrong one. Nearly in the bed shop there. Oh, that one.
Would you like any vouchers sent to your house? But I've already got something already been sent. Buy 2 change. In the little bag. Yeah, you were absolutely wonderful. Cheers. Cheers.
Just that, please. Cheers.
£49.99 for that one. Would you like a screwdriver for £1?
No thanks.
And would you like any vouchers sent to your house?
Not really, thanks. Yeah.
Penny change.
Thanks very much. Cheers.
Cheers.
Right, so. They're not the cheapest Maplin for SD cards, but you know, they will change them with no bother if there's anything wrong with them. So, anyway. So where was I? Yeah, I was talking about practical problems when I went the Prism Another out of town retail park. And that's built mainly on land that was owned by the former GEC, which was the former English Electric, which was the former Siemens factory site in the town. It's Alstom now, which is started off as a joint kind of French partnership between GEC, but the French kind of took it over and then basically sucked most of the jobs out to France. They cherry picked the bits they want and then closed everything else, and the people, of course. But I mean, that's the way it goes now, isn't it? I mean, GEC used to be a big employer in the UK, but it's not really now. They still make transformers and stuff here, probably a bit of switchgear and things like that, but nothing on the scale that it was really. And that's pretty well the same up and down the country. So the Sena Prism, back to my review on that. It's been pretty good actually, pretty reliable. It's waterproof. I haven't really had any trouble with it at all. You know, apart from my own finger trouble really learning how to use it. But once you've got that, it's pretty simple really. What else I had? Yeah, I thought you'd catch me. So, yeah, I forgot to clear the memory card one time, and it just kind of stopped recording in the middle of a ride out because the memory card was full. Which, I mean, you know, that's my fault really, isn't it? So in terms of am I happy with it as a purchase for vlogging? Yeah, I am actually. It's works all right. Does what I want anyway. Doesn't, you know, I haven't had all these problems with crashing that people with other cameras have had. And although the GoPros are good and photographically good and all that, they're still quite bulky, particularly when you put them in their waterproof cases. So in that respect, the Sena, you know, is fairly streamlined and you know, well, it suits me anyway, and the picture quality isn't bad. I mean, alright, it's not, you can do, I think it's 720 at 60 frames per second, but 1080's 30 frames per second. But I mean, how often do you use slow motion stuff? I don't use it very often. I did it once when I tried tested the ABS unintentionally, following a car at the bottom of Radford Bank there when I was staring at the Mook House. But other than that, I haven't wanted or needed any slow motion detail really, and that was alright in terms of quality. Well, it looked alright to me anyway. So that's my it's only my personal opinion really on using the Sena 20s and the the Prism. I'm sure other people will have different opinions, but it's, you know, the review's being recorded on it, hopefully. That's one other issue I have with it. It does tell me in my ear when it's on, but I tend to forget nowadays. You know, did I put that on, or and I guess it's got lights on it that are on that tell you what it's doing. But I mean, I did try reading the instructions a bit at first, but you know, it just I lose the will to live sometimes with some of them things. They just go on and on and on and on. Too much detail, bury you with detail. So and you know, you don't retain it. Well, I don't anyway. I don't know if other people do, but I don't. I don't retain all that rubbish, really. Thank you. He's thinking, yes mate, just get out of my way. Anyway, YouTube, that was my review of the Sena 20s and the Sena Prism as used for vlogging and in this vlog. And I think they're alright actually. But as ever, if you have any comments or whatever, you know, feel free to leave them. It's always nice to get some feedback. Anyway, cheers now. Bye.